and welcome to TalkRx with Dr. Neha. We are filming in Costa Rica, and today I have Becca with me, who has been thinking about her communication and said she'd be willing to share her question and learn so that all of you could learn as she does. So thank you, Becca.
Thank you.
Yeah. So tell me what you've been thinking about.
One thing that comes up is when I feel when I'm one-on-one or with someone I know and I'm very comfortable, I am a pretty good communicator.
Yep.
But when it comes to like group talking, I get nervous and I kind of shut down a little bit. I get nervous like if I'm in a big group, women, like a circle of women, which I often am.
Kind of like we are now.
Exactly. And it's like, it's coming around to be my turn. And it's like, I know exactly what I want to say, but then I lose it that moment because it's like I kind of get wrapped up in my overthinking things or in my head and not, it's like just not that direct line of communication. I just get stuck. Words get stuck.
Yeah.
I get like a little nervous.
Okay. So it sounds like you stand in your power when you feel comfortable with someone. You've known them a while. How do you know you're comfortable with someone? How do you know
them a while, or even just feel, you know, when you just, even if I've just met them and you just feel resonant with them or you feel they're easy to talk to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you have rapport with somebody or you've known them for a long time, you feel differently.
Yeah.
When you're in a group of people you don't know, it's almost like you give away your power because it feels like you're nervous, you're in your head, you aren't sure, and then you forget when it's your turn.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes. It's like, and it happens not all of the time, and I've actually gotten better at it.
Yep.
And even if I don't know anyone, sometimes it's better than if I know a few people. Like, it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or if I'm in a group of really powerful, incredibly articulate people, and then I'm like, oh, what I'm going to say isn't good enough. Or, you know what I mean? And then I get more nervous, and then I get stuck in my head, and then the words don't come out as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you start almost judging yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's better not to know them. See, this is really important because what you're telling me is how you know when, it looks like how you know when you trust someone else, but really it's how you know when you trust yourself, right?
Yeah.
Because you're saying, if I feel resonant with someone else, then I feel free. If I've known them a long time, I feel free. You know what? If I don't know anybody, I feel free. If I know them a little bit, I start judging myself. Yeah? So the inner critic kind of just really takes over and undermines you. Yeah. At a time when you think it's most important.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
It is.
So I think it's interesting. I talk about, I wrote a book called TalkRx, and in it there's 5 levels of listening.
Yeah.
And so can we go through those?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. So the first level of listening I talk about, which is when I'm distracted and you're going to ask me a question and I say, and I'm on my phone or I'm on my laptop and you're still asking me a question. And I basically am like, no, keep going. Yeah, I can hear you. So I'm either distracted. I already know what I think you're going to say because you've told it to me a million times before, or I don't really care. So I'm distracted or any of those. Just channel your inner teenager and you'll remember level 1 listening, right? Because it's closed listening. Yeah. What you're speaking about is level 2 listening. Level 2 listening is head listening. Yeah. There's 3 ways that this plays out, but you're talking about the first one, which is the planner. Yeah. The planner, right? So if we're in a circle and someone's saying, let's go around and let's all share XYZ, right? Whatever the question is, you're like so busy planning, you know, you're judiciously planning your spontaneous answer. It's that experience, right? Yeah. Now you have a positive intention there. What's your positive intention?
To come off authentically. To be my positive intention is like, I want it to be real. I want it to be true, but I want it to look good or sound good or resonate with the group.
Yeah. Like you want to sound smart. You want to sound articulate. You want whatever that was that you described earlier. Yeah. Yeah. We're back to this authentic thing. Yeah. Because authentic isn't any of those things. Right? Right. You said, you know, when we were talking earlier, you had said, you know, I want to be authentic. Yeah. And authentic really seems like whatever are authentic right now.
Whatever it is that comes through.
Right? We didn't rehearse this.
Right.
And you're just you. Do you feel authentic?
I do.
Yeah. And so that comes from not trusting others, but trusting self.
Right.
And that's where the real power comes from.
Yeah.
Right? So whenever anxiety, I always say, fear and anxiety or nervousness, right? It's a failed attempt to control the future. And the way we turn that around is by grounding ourselves in self-trust.
Yeah.
You start by thinking about how you trust others, because that'll give you a clue. And then you ask yourself, in the places you don't trust others, what is it that I don't trust about myself? Yeah? In that situation. Was that helpful?
Very.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So if any of you at home find that there's certain scenarios in which you feel really confident and clear, maybe one-on-one, but not in groups, or vice versa, pay attention by taking a look at how is it that you trust someone else. That's always a great, easy, clear way to start. And then when you decide you don't trust someone else, bring it home. And ask yourself, what is it that I don't trust I'll be able to do in their presence? So any takeaways for you?
No, yes, that was perfect. It is. It's like so much comes from within me, and that place of like not trusting that it will be good enough, or not trusting myself that I can show up and be the me that I want to be. But the trust part is like, that's where it's at. Just letting myself be, like letting it come through.
Yeah.
And as I'm going around like judging how other people are going to think about me, is like how I'm judging myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like a mirror.
Yeah.
It's a mirror.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You're
Thank you
amazing.
so much.
I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
So for any of you out there that would like to ask your question, I'd be happy to answer it. Tweet me at #AskDrNeha, AskDoctorNeha. Until next time.